people in here already. 24, I think it's going to be a little bit of a quiet. It is Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. I think I'm just going to be do a short live stream. It's not going to be over an hour. I think there's not much people. Just a quick update here on Bitcoin. So yes, how's everyone doing? Merry Christmas to everyone. Before we start, make sure to smash up that like button. We're going to do a Christmas live stream. Just a quick update, guys. Markets aren't doing it very much. Okay, so it's just going to be a quick update to just see what's going on and what could happen. So make sure to scroll down, smash up that like button, and let's get straight to it. I'm just going to say hello here in the comment section. Like I said, Merry Christmas. It's just going to be a short live stream. I think not much people are going to join in, but whoever's joining, whoever's got some time, I'm going to do a quick update on Bitcoin. Stock market's closed eventually. Everything's just going a bit boring, all right? Nobody's really trading right now. Just a quick update to see what could happen by next week, okay? Also, let's see if this Sunday close is going to be an engulfing candle, just like what happened right over here. Okay, we can see the green candle well above the red one, just right there. Engulfing candle right over here also. Is this one going to be the same thing? Last two times, look what happened. We had some pretty nice rallies. Is this going to happen? Okay, let's see on Sunday, just in about 2 days, we're going to see the close. Let's see what's going to happen, because if we start closing well above, okay, this red one, it's going to be looking pretty bullish in the immediate short term, okay? It's very, very likely that next week and the coming week are also going to be, you know, pretty bullish. Now, what we do not know is that are we going to be able to, you know, break successfully that $54,000? Are we going to see a lot of fake outs to $55,000, $56,000? You know, it's going to be a very, very critical moment, this pump that we are going to have in the next coming weeks, okay? Very, very likely it's going to happen, okay? We could turn around from here. But, you know, just looking at the market structure, okay, like I said, we've been talking about this now for weeks, all right? Ever since we had this massive drop here, you know, we talked about this, you know, descending, and a lot of people are talking right now about it, okay? But I guess we were one of the first ones, okay, talking about, you know, this actual candle on the weekly was getting supported, right? And the rest of the candles were getting supported from this major resistance turning into support, right there. So, you know, if this candle, and we still got another 2 days, all right, the price of BTC could drop $2,000 easily in between today and tomorrow. But I think there's going to be massive support at the 49.5 and 50k levels, and I'm going to explain why. So it would be nice to close a nice engulfing candle here. This means that very, very likely the next coming weeks are going to be very, very bullish, right? So if we take a look here at Bitcoin on the 4 hourly, 1 hourly, it doesn't matter. We can take a look at the 4 hourly and then the 1 hourly. And basically here, let's take a look at the 1 hourly, zoom out a little bit, zoom in a little bit here on BTC. We're having a massive consolidation right now. I did see that there was some slight bearish divergence on the 1 hourly, right? We're slightly creating higher highs, lower highs on the RSI, and they are playing out already, okay? RSI is continuing to the downside, but BTC is just going sideways. So we might just have a small little dip before we actually continue to the upside. This is if we do not continue from here. Okay, and as you can see from the ultimate low bottom, you know, this is like one wave. Whoops. This is like one wave, all right? We've got one wave right over here, the consolidation. Third wave, okay? Then the fourth wave is this consolidation. It's very, very likely we're going to have that fifth push up before we see some type of correction, okay? Some big correction. And, you know, one of the reasons why here on BTC, on the 1 hourly, is that we are going to get strongly supported at the 49.5k levels, okay? This might be 50k, 49.5 approximately, is because of the massive resistance that we did create here the last few days. We did have this massive pump suddenly inside of this descending wedge, and this pump over here had a massive amount of volume, okay? I think this was the day that the FOMC meeting, okay, all about interest rates and inflation. It was a little bit of a massive pump, but this pump, okay, there was money involved, there was volume, and it was respected as resistance at the top of this pump. So what's happened right now is that we've broken out very nicely from this resistance. This is why I got this green box here, and you know, if we do see that type of correction at the 49.5, I'm not sure if we're going to go that low, but if we do go that low everything points out that this level should hold very nicely as support. We've got this volume backing up this major resistance. You know, we will stop there and consolidate that if we do not get a massive bounce, in my opinion. Now, if we take fib levels also, it is round about the 62% levels, 49.5, okay, from the low to the high here on the 1 hourly. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to come that low, but if it does, I think it's going to be a great buy zone, in my opinion, and then we should get a pretty nice solid consolidation and a bounce from those levels, if that makes any sense to you. Now, it's going to be, I think, a little bit of boring action. We might see a little bit of price action to the downside, actually. I have that feeling, okay, it's going to be boring. There's not going to be more buying pressure. I think there might be some selling pressure during Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Aman, how are you? I'm just going to go through the comment section here quickly. Just a quick update on what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin. We can take a look at some altcoins. Merry Christmas, everyone. Aman, how are you? Suresh, how are you doing? Merry Christmas. I got Mark Dutch here, one of my best, if not my best moderator. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is going to be a quick one. We've got 200 watching already, so make sure to smash up that like button. I'm surprised we're already 200 here on the live stream. Merry Christmas, Gaurav. How are you doing? Abdularim, how are you? Merry Christmas to you and your family. Merry Christmas to you and your family also. Hope you have good news regards Bitcoin. Absolutely. I mean, correction is very likely, guys. We have been pumping the last couple of days, all right? So it's likely to have a correction, okay? Very, very likely. Where could that correction get supported? Like I said, at the 49.5k levels. We got this huge volume that we had on the 15th of December, and it did act as resistance, as you can see. We broke it with volume. If we have that retracement, you know, it's all, I'm not going to say guaranteed, but there's a higher probability to get a bounce from this level and not break it. If it is broken, I'll be pretty surprised. I'll be pretty surprised if we do go below 49.5, because it's a pretty important level that we have created in the last couple of days. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, Mark Dutch. I'm so glad you are here. Off that Santa ugly. Chosi, how are you doing? Hello. Basti, how are you doing? Merry Christmas, Tonster. Feliz Navidad, Señor Molino. Smash up that like button, Mark Dutch. Yes, for sure. Andy, looking nice. Thank you. I got my Christmas jumper here. My Christmas hat. It's Christmas, guys. Just a quick live stream. Just a quick update. The update's been at the beginning, really. Andy's clothes are bearish, guys. Yes, they are. It's red. It's bearish. I'm bearish. I am bearish in the immediate short term. So in the next coming hours, I think that, you know, likely correction. I know a lot of people are calling this for a potential bull flag and or a pennant or whatever. And, you know, it's very likely to have that leg up. But we're having this bearish divergence right there, and they could still play out with a little dip more. They could still play out for a little dip and go to the oversold territory here on the 1 hourly, and that would be a good buy zone, okay? Remember, your target is always the top here. It is always the top, because you do not know if you are going to break up this top, all right? So in my opinion, just by looking at price action and volume, keeping it simple, major level here with volume from the 15th, very much respected as resistance. If you break it with volume, it will be turning into support. So you could arguably discuss that you are going to get supported and you are going to get a nice bounce from that level, right? So everything points out, if you do come down here, there is a higher chance on getting a bounce, okay, because of the buying pressure and the price action to the upside. So anyway, let's take a look. Merry Christmas, Bet Hexstar. And people on this channel, Merry Christmas, everyone. Solana analysis, please, says a man. Absolutely, let's take a look. Pamela, hi Andy, I've been missing you because I'm in California. It's already 2:30 a.m., but I wanted to stop by and say hello and wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Pamela. I know you are an incredible supporter of the channel from always. So yeah, don't worry. You just hop in whenever you can. Happy Christmas, Jose. Crypto Legends. Hello, Static. I'm going to take a look at Solana. I've got someone asking me for Solana. So Solana's going to be the next one. So yeah, I don't trust this. I see someone in the comment section. Rick, you don't trust the channel. You don't trust me. You don't trust this pump. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens a lot of the times when you start pumping from a lower part, from a bearish trend, and then you pump, you correct, you pump, and you pump, and you pump, and when you trust it is when you dump. Right? It's a natural sentiment of humans, and we are changing the trend here slightly. Okay. I mean, you could arguably discuss also that, you know, if you take some fib levels from the top here to the bottom, we are potentially going to get a massive resistance. But we did talk about this, you know, massive resistance in between $52,000 and $54,000. We almost hit 52. So I think, you know, after a slight correction, we are going to have that leg up, in my opinion, because volume's indicating that, yeah, we're pushing up. Broken out of a bullish structure. We basically met the target. Okay, this is true. We basically met the target from this descending wedge that we've been talking about, okay, for the last couple of weeks. And yeah, the top of the wedge is the target. So just a little bit of speculation, really, that we are gonna break through this major resistance and continue up. The next big major resistance is at above the $52,000, like we were calling for the next coming days. All right, we've just got this one below 53, this one below 54, and we've also got the massive uptrend here. Okay, massive uptrend right there from these higher lows, which, you know, is around about this. It's in right now. If we do get up there, it's going to be about 55k. But yeah, basically, yeah, we should be having another leg up easily with the kind of volume that we're having from this price action. We should be having a little bit more continuation to the upside. Volume is just low. I mean, volume is okay to the upside. If you take a look at the 15-minute chart, for example, you know, you kind of arguably, you can see that who is winning is the buying pressure. Okay, volume is not that low. If you take a look at the lower time frames, okay, if you take a look at the 4 hourly or something like that, then even the 1 hourly is pretty good. If you take a look at the 15-minute chart, okay, volume is low on the bearish side. Okay, bears haven't been able to fight the price down. You know, we have been having these spikes to the upside, looking at the 15-minute, and, you know, especially now, you know, before yesterday, sorry, 23rd of December, we did have that pretty nice leg up here on BTC, and we are breaking major structure. Like I said, volume is there. Volume is there on the 15-minute. Okay, it would be nice to see much more. Yeah, of course, it's always nice to see more volume. But if you take a look at the 4 hourly, we have broken a major trend to the downside. It would be nice to get, you know, above the last lower high resistance zone, which is this one. Too far away though. This is only a start of a potential trend reversal. Okay, so we're above this lower high trend line, this steep trend that we had to the downside, and that's what usually happens. You have the bump phase, like a bump and run. You have a massive drop in the middle of the trend, and you start going sideways until you start breaking that lower trend and potentially start a new uptrend. It's just how it happens. Just keeping it simple with price action and volume. You know, it's just. I know a lot of people use an insane amount of indicators, and I just sometimes think we don't need them. I didn't need an indicator. Well, okay, RSI as well. Let's just take a quick look at the RSI, because we can go to the daily here. 1 second, guys, and I'll continue with the comment section and take a look at Solana right away. But remember, guys, we were just a few days ago, or a week or two ago, when we were talking about on the daily RSI, you know, that reversal, it was going to come. It was going to come. I actually posted this on my Twitter account and also on the Bitcoinsensus account. Right. You know, this was posted on the Bitcoinsensus account, where we did talk about this, guys. You know that potential reversal. This was on the 16th of December, just 9 days ago. You know, that reversal is almost imminent, because the RSI was breaking here, the lower high was breaking the resistance of the trend on the RSI. And the last time we did break it, you know, we did have that run up right there. This was in August, okay, till the beginning of September. We did have this one in October. October was crazy. So just looking at the RSI, we were talking about, you know, this reversal is going to happen. Now we might retest the low 40k levels, yes, but that's why I'm in my long position, guys, because that reversal was going to happen at some point, and I was willing to add to my position. I was slightly in the negative, but it was a pretty good entry here at 46.5, and I was planning to add to my position. And one of the reasons why was because of this. Sorry, not this over here. You know, the RSI was looking oversold territory. We were starting to break the resistance. And it's just almost imminent, guys. You know, we are at the very end of this trend. You can't get bearish here. You cannot get bearish here. This is just ready to pop to the upside. And this is why, you know, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, guys. I've been in this trade now for over 2 weeks or so. Maybe under 2 weeks. So, yeah, now a corrective move is potentially very, very likely. And, you know, just take a look at the RSI, and we actually got the highs from this point, from this high to this one, and this is where we were starting to see that kind of potential reversal scenario. It was only on the RSI. It wasn't on the price action. Price action still was about 46, 47k when we talked about this scenario. So you know, if you want to get into a profitable trade, you need to anticipate this move. And this is what is happening right now. Now, I haven't taken any profits yet. This could roll back down and I might stay in break even or slightly in a profit. But I do have some targets, and like I said, in between 52 and 54 targets, I will be taking some profits there and protecting my position. I think a corrective move here and another wave up is very, very likely before we see some kind of roll down and massive rejection. That's my opinion. So, yeah, let me take a look at the comment section. We're going to take a look at Solana. Steph, Merry Christmas. I took profit at 5.5. You called it. 5.5 on what? At 5.5. I took profits at 5.5. You called it. On what? 5.5? Not on Bitcoin. Engine, Merry Christmas, Andy, says Jackie Wood. You're obviously not cooking today. No, I'm not. There are many longs and a lot of people are going to get shaked out in a fast move to the downside. This is very possible. Yes, of course. It is very, very possible. I remember, though, the amount of longs they were the longs that happened right here at the beginning of October, end of September. I did not enter here because I was waiting for that potential dip, and this just continued to the upside. Remember, guys, we had that descending wedge right there, all right, meeting the target, and it just continued to the upside. We did not have any type of volume, was not that great either here. Matter of fact, volume is even higher from this breakout over this resistance, okay? It is higher from the actual breakout that we had from this descending wedge. Volume wasn't that high. Volume started to kick in afterwards on this breakout. But yeah, basically this one, I know a lot of people were long. A lot of people were long here. Started here also. You know, huge amount of people were long. I missed out big time on this trade. Consolidation, I was waiting for that retracement to enter a trade, and it just consolidated sideways, started pumping like crazy. There was no shakeout here. This just went ballistic. But I think one of the reasons why that also, you know, it's not the same situation, because a lot of people were speculating, and let me just get a fresh chart here, that this was going to happen, okay? We actually got this descending triangle right over here. All right, let me just get this out of the way. And there were a lot of people very, very bearish here. I remember a lot of people very bearish because, you know, bear market is in. A lot of people were calling for this to be a kind of a huge start of a descending triangle, okay? And enter, you know, that massive sideways, boring bear market into 2022. And potentially at some point we were going to break that support level, right? And, you know, I think why this was a massive successful uptrend, because a lot of people were short, you know, such as here, and a lot of them might have had their stop losses above all-time high. And you know, this is what happens. You think you're in a bear market because of this massive drop, and what I'm worried about now is the bullishness that there is. Okay, like you said, also, I gotta say, all right, Rick, you have a stop hunt basically right here. This is not a successful breakout. This is basically a stop hunt from all the people that are shorting right over this level, because that bear market is in. And what I don't want to have, you know, a lot of people might have stop losses below this low. Okay, me myself, 36k. I got my stop loss around this level. And, you know, this is the problem right now. That's why I am willing to take profits. You know, I hope we don't roll over from here. I'm willing to take profits at 52, 54k levels. Okay, next coming days that we should be hitting those levels. And I'm going to take some profits. If we roll back from here, well, yeah, that's going to be not too good. But I think, you know, it's very likely, looking at this shift on price action to the upside, it's very likely we're going to at least hit those levels before we actually get massive rejection and continue to the downside. But a lot of people might be getting extremely bullish, and what's going to happen is we might, you know, I've seen another scenario here, guys, and I've seen another scenario about, you know, getting this low over here with this low over here, and I can't remember where I saw this right now, but it's you know, some other analysts, you know, you got bearish analysts, you got bullish analysts. You just imagine that you know, people are going to get very, very bullish as soon as we hit 55, 56, 58k. I myself am going to get bullish. But if you start rolling over from here, you got this potential support level from these higher lows, and this is not going to be looking good. I see a lot of Gareth is his name, Gareth Holloman. This is a very famous, successful trader. He was actually calling for a bear market here. He did not expect this move, but anyway, he is a very, very good analyst. And he is talking about this potential head and shoulder that we are going to create here. And he says that this will be the best shorting opportunity, because what is going to happen is that you are going to create this head and shoulder, right, with this ascending neckline. And you are going to finally consolidate at this range and break it to the downside. And that is going to be the breakout that is going to take you all the way down sub 30k levels in the next coming months. And when I see this, because, you know, I am a moon boy, but we have to look at both scenarios here, because this could happen. It could happen easily. This is why I'm going to be very, very cautious. I'm going to be taking profits on my long position, because it would be nice to see 100k by Q1 or Q2 of 2021 and ride a long trade, okay, from this point, even though whatever kind of price action, you know, have one of those nice big long trades for the next coming months and get huge profits. But we need to be realistic here, and that is a scenario. I'm not sure how much buying pressure, what kind of news there's going to come out in the next coming weeks. We need to be super cautious with this, because that could be a big scenario. 60k levels also, we do have some resistance and some consolidation here slightly. We did have a couple of days before we actually broke to the upside. So this could happen, guys. You know, if we do connect these higher lows, it is almost, you know, who knows? Next coming weeks is going to be interesting, guys, because we will see a corrective move after some pretty nice pumpy action. That is the moment we need to be super cautious. Now, you could arguably discuss that taking the highs here to the lows, on the daily, on the weekly, it doesn't matter. We can go to the 41, 42k lows. It is very, very possible that we are going to retest the 61% levels. And this is just at about 58k, 58, 59k levels. So it would make sense, you know, to have that run up in the next coming weeks, okay, or days. It doesn't matter. Days, I would say 1 week or two. to the 62% levels, which is at 58k level, 58k, 58, 59k. And we could get a massive consolidation and a massive rejection, guys, there. And I do see this scenario playing out. I do see this scenario. We're going to see a lot of people potentially talk about this in the next coming weeks, okay? People get extremely bullish. We're going to get a consolidation and a pretty sharp correction. And then we're going to see this scenario, you know, a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people talking about this, you know, danger, warning, are we forming a massive head and shoulder? And we're going to hit sub 30k levels. It's a scenario, guys. It's a scenario. Short term, bearish for a potential correction. Midterm, and I'm talking midterm, next coming days, bullish. Next couple of weeks, we could hit some important resistance levels and have a correction. So anyway, it's going to be interesting, guys. Interesting after Christmas. It's going to be looking good. I am bullish here. I think you know, easily 52, 54k is going to be reached in the coming days. So overall, also what we need to take a look at is this major. I'm going to leave this line here. I'm going to leave it. I like it. I like this scenario. I like this potential bearish scenario. But I think this one is stronger. If you do have a small bearish pattern, you need to zoom out. And if there is a bigger bullish pattern, the bigger bullish pattern wins, guys. It's always been like that. Okay. You can take a look at the 1 hourly time frame. And you might think you're bearish, but you know, if you take a look at the daily and you're bullish, you're in an uptrend. Daily wins. You know, short time frame, you're gonna have a corrective move. You might be bearish, but you zoom out and you analyze the scenario here. And I'm gonna stick with this scenario over here. You know, this kind of massive descending triangles, or whatever you want to call it. You know, this kind of action that you've had here, breaking the resistance and getting solid support, guys, because we are getting that support. I think this one will win. This scenario will win. But anyway, we'll have to analyze the news, technical analysis in the next coming weeks, see what's going on, see what could happen. All right, Merry Christmas, guys. Let's take a look at some altcoins here before we end the live stream. Let's take a look at Solana. We've got 370 people. I'm surprised a lot of people came in the end. Let's take a look at Solana. What is happening with Solana? Now, Solana, let's see if we've got some other scenarios here. I know Solana has got above this major level, which is pretty good. You know, the $1.80, $1.85. I'm not sure if we're going to hold because we have been pumping for the next coming days. For the last few days, sorry. Volume is okay. It's not insane. Let me take a look at 1 hourly. A little bit of choppy action, a little bit of bearish divergence here, slight bearish divergence. We could come down back down to the 180 range. Consolidate for a little bit longer. Yeah, at least we're above the major resistance zone here. Right, this support level that was pretty strong resistance, we are starting to cope to get above it. We might consolidate here for a bit and then get that push up. Nothing really exciting to add here on Solana. We can take a look at Engine also. I had someone in the comment section to take a look at Engine. Engine looking great. Engine broke out also from this descending wedge that we had here. Pretty nice, solid descending wedge, just about to meet the target. Basically, we've just met the target today, just a few minutes ago, actually. You know, the top of the wedge is the target. Okay, from a descending wedge, we broke the resistance successfully. We're starting to see some pretty nice volume kick in here. One of the reasons why we're probably going to get rejected at this zone, looking at the 4 hourly, is because of this this traffic that we got here, right? This consolidation range. So it's not going to be easy. We might just have a lot of consolidation here before we potentially pump to the upside. Look at this massive consolidation here that we had for about 2 or 3 weeks. approximately right over there. So it's not going to be easy for Engine to continue up. We might be going sideways in between $3 and $3.30, $3.50, around that range, bouncing here. So yeah, that's what we've got for Engine. Let's take a look at Ethereum. What's going on with Ethereum? We'll take a look at Ethereum right away. You know, zooming out on the daily, I think Ethereum is looking pretty good. We'll do, you know, macro analysis on the daily, looking pretty good, pretty solid, you know, holding by a thread by these higher lows. It doesn't matter if we lose it a little bit because we've got this lower high, okay, major support level. If we do get this trend out of the way, and this is where we currently, I did a video a couple of days ago about this, you know, this massive cup and handle. We've been talking about this for ages now, but we just suddenly did major short-term analysis. And we are basically getting supported from this lower high resistance, turning into support right there, just at the 3,600 range. Okay, that was the lowest level. And, you know, I've been talking about the VPVR also here, where we did have this nice, you know, there was a gap of volume here. The start of massive volume was at 3,600. And yeah, this is basically also one of the reasons why we're getting massively supported, because of this massive mountain on the VPVR. And if we take a look at the short term on Ethereum, basically we have broken out also from a descending wedge. I think volume hasn't been great here on Ethereum. But let me just take a look at another chart here. Was it Coinbase? Yeah, I was getting this ready for a thumbnail. You know, this scenario is also very possible, where we have broken out of the descending wedge. Okay, volume was okay, looking at Coinbase. This spike was okay in volume. But a lot of the times when we've seen breakouts of descending wedge, okay, people get a little bit extremely bullish, all right, from this kind of price action. And what happens here is that you come down and you retest kind of the resistance, turning it into support, and then you have the massive bounce, right? So this is also very possible. If you check, you know, these lows of Ethereum, watch out, because this is what happens. People get extremely bullish, over leverage, you have this kind of action, and then you have the leg up. Okay, so yeah, be a little bit cautious on the price action. Not too much volume. You could have a little bit of a slight correction, but overall I don't think Ethereum will be breaking below the 3,600 successfully. The reason why is because of this major resistance. We've got the VPVR, we've got massive amount of support, and you can see it because of this consolidation. So in my opinion, for Ethereum, any type of correction from here is just going to be another opportunity to get back in, okay? Just to get, maybe it's going to be a little bit of a washout before we continue to the upside. Everything is pointing out that, guys. We can see, you know, follow the price action, follow the price action. Price action is very, very much still to the upside, and you are in that corrective move. So yeah, that's what I got here quickly for Ethereum. Chromia, please. Let's take a look at Chromia here for Nikhil. Chromia. Make sure to smash up that like button, guys. Wow. I mean, Chromia. I do not like this chart at all. When you see this kind of, yeah, I mean, you basically gone all the way back down to the lows here with the wick there, with the drop from the 4th of December, you know, pump and dump. I do not like this at all, because it just crushes all the technicals here. Very, very difficult on these coins. But it's curious here to see that we actually here on Chromia got nicely supported at this range, where we did get resistance a few times, okay, and we just wicked below and consolidated. You know, if you would have analyzed this, I did not analyze it, of course, but if you would have taken a look at Chromia, you could have seen here that it was very, very likely to get a bottom because of this resistance turning into support. It is pumping right now. I think, yeah, not much to add here. I think it's looking pretty good. This one also did create a kind of a descending, you know, channel wedge or whatever. We broke out and it's continuing to the upside now. I think any corrective move from here might be good. Might be good to get in. I know Chromia is a pretty solid project. Nicholas, thank you for the super chat. Cloudcoin to the moon. Cloudcoin. I think this one was not. We didn't have any data on CoinGecko. This was on CoinMarketCap. Okay, Cloudcoin. Yeah, CCE. We don't have any data here. This one's going to the moon, but it's going south. It's going to the moon, but it's going south way. Now it's looking pretty good actually. We don't have any data on this one on CoinMarketCap, but yeah, this one might be doing pretty good. I think, yeah, I've got this. Cloudcoin might go to the moon. We'll analyze it. You know, it would be nice to see some charts here, but we do not have any data here on TradingView. I want to show you guys. I want to show you AVAX. Because AVAX, we do have a potential scenario here playing out. Okay, we talked about this yesterday, and we finally did get that rejection, and we are continuing to the downside. If AVAX does go a little bit lower, $10 lower, I think it's going to be a major buy zone. Okay, this is my opinion, guys. You do your analysis, but what I see here after this breakout of this, you know, bump and run scenario. And bump and run scenario breakout is usually the top, okay, here. You could arguably discuss that this is a target also. And it should take you, yeah, around about the top, okay. Usually the top on a bump and run is the target. But what I see on AVAX here, and SNX, okay, we'll take a look at some these other ones. Fantom, Merry Christmas. Chezi, Mossa, can you please check ETC? Yes, we'll be taking a look at them. Hang on a second, guys. Let's go through Avalanche. Fantom, you know, these layer ones, guys, these are beasts. These are going to lead the way. And we can see here on Fantom, on AVAX, Avalanche, we got massive resistance here. We were talking about this resistance and we were potentially going to have a correction here. We are getting that correction. If we do lose, if we do come down $9, $10 from this level, I think we're going to enter a very good buy zone. We are potentially, you know, inside of this, you know, inside of this correction, like I said, major resistance here. We're forming left shoulder, we're forming the head, and now we are forming the right shoulder, okay, potentially. And this is going to be huge, guys. As soon as we start breaking this level, I think we're going to absolutely crush all-time highs after this corrective move on Avalanche. I think an inverse head and shoulder here, you know, a cheeky one, inverse head and shoulder is forming here. And I think it's going to be a great buy zone. A lot of people are going to be scared from this dip, and I think it's just going to be a great buying opportunity. Fantom, I got people bashing me up in comment sections about Fantom because of the hack that they had. You know, supposedly they had a hack. They lost about 30 million. I mean, what is 30 million for Fantom? Absolutely nothing, I guess. Yeah, and a lot of people were bashing me, saying Fantom is dead here. Fantom is dead. Fantom is going lower. It's you know, there's not going to be any buying pressure because of the hack. You know, it's the end for Fantom. And, you know, just by looking at this consolidation, we were looking pretty bullish for Fantom, in my opinion. That leg up, you know, to $2 to $1.80, $2 range, and maybe get a rejection there. We absolutely sliced it through like butter. Fantom is looking pretty good. Now $1.80 is a major support level after breaking this range. I'm not sure, there's some volume here on the breakout on Fantom over the $2. It's not great, but it's okay. It's okay volume. It's higher than the volume that was to the downside. So yeah, basically I see here Fantom potentially hitting 180, 170 maybe to be a worst case scenario in the next coming days, and then get a massive run up. Okay, Fantom looking pretty good. I mean, we nailed this pump over here. We nailed this pump. From the low $1.40s, okay, we nailed the pump here to $1.80, $2 range. So yeah, that was a pretty nice pump. That was a pretty nice speculative trade there. Right, Fantom is a ghost. You can't say things like that in public, says Seb. I'm not sure what you're on about right now. Andy, I bought the top, sir. Help. Where did you buy the top? On Bitcoin? On what crypto? Was it Bitcoin? The Serenity says, please look at IOTX. I'm fucking scared, buddy. What's going with IOTX? It's going to be a long consolidation, maybe. It was looking pretty exciting. I'm bullish on IOTX. Hang on a second. Looking scary. It's looking great. IOTX is looking great, guys. It's just probably just gonna consolidate here for a little bit longer. Nobody is saying that we're not going to come down to retest the 11, 10-cent level. But it is looking pretty good in my opinion. It's not going to be in 2 days or in 1 week that we are going to, retest 16, 17 cents, probably get rejection there, consolidate, and then break it, okay? It might be by the end of January that we might retest the highs here. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a little bit of a ride, okay? It's going to be a little bit of a ride. You need to take that ride like a big boy. And that's, look at Metis. Metis is doing great. Who remembers Metis? It came all the way down back to almost my entry point, which was, my entry point was about $46 is where I bought a bag of Metis. And, people were on me like, how's your Metis doing? What's going on with Metis? Guys, it is correcting. It's fine. It's just a correction. Look, it went all the way down to about $48. Metis is looking great right now. It's having a pretty nice, solid, recovery after the correction. It went all the way up here to the $1.15. And it's insane how people, they bash you. They're saying, what's going on with Metis? Metis is fine. Metis is a huge project, It's a sleeping giant. A lot of people will be talking about Metis when it hits $500 and they have their mainnet. It's a Matic. It's a Matic 2.0, this is. In my opinion, from what my research that I've done, okay, Metis is, a pretty solid project in my opinion, and it's working. Mainnet is coming out soon. I'm not sure when, but I will say, and I was saying, Metis at $60 is a good buy zone, just below $60. And one of the reasons why is because we did create a resistance zone. I'm not sure if you guys can see it here, just at about $60. Let me just get this right up. See if I can get a box right there. We went slightly below it, but we created a massive resistance there. You can see, right? Massive resistance here, here, here. We dipped down there. I was saying it's starting to be a good buy zone after this correction. What's going on with Metis? How's your Metis doing? We're dropping. It will recover, guys. It will recover. It was a great buy zone at the low 60s. It went slightly below 60, down to the 50 range. It's doing great. Saito's not doing that good. But yeah. So anyway, Metis, guys, if you are bullish on Matic, we are getting this corrective move right now on I think, $105, $100 for AVAX. My opinion, it's going to be a pretty interesting zone to get in, okay? I know everybody's excited with this pump on a lot of layer ones. It's corrective time, guys. It's time to calm down, cool off a little bit. Same for Bitcoin. I think, low 50 or even 49.5. There is the moment you want to, when it looks a little bit scary, there is the moment you want to get in. If you take a look at Bitcoin on the 1 hourly, yeah, I think, it's just screaming for that potential small Bart Simpson pattern right here and have a little bit of a corrective move to that 49.5k range, maybe slightly below it. So yeah, guys, I mean, thumbnails are crazy. We got to get people excited. Next coming weeks look pretty good. Okay, we have been pumping for the last few days. If we have that corrective move, guys, don't lose your heads. Guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream. Dogecoin is looking good. Shall we take a look at Dogecoin? Dot, please, Andy. Also for Sarab, let's take a look at Dot and Dogecoin. Let's take a look at Dot and Dogecoin. Wow, almost 400 people. Great. Christmas Day. Guys, let's make sure to smash up the like button to 300 likes. We got almost 400 people here on Christmas Day. Absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at Dot. Dot broke out also from this descending wedge pattern. Now, not a huge amount of volume, I think. We'll take a look at Kraken, Coinbase. Yeah, not too much volume on this breakout. But the good thing about Dot, you know, we do have a solid level at the $25. I think it's just a matter of time that we are going to start pumping here on Dot. I see Dot trading at $32, which is our next major resistance in the next coming days, potentially. We might see a little bit of a corrective move now, a little bit of boring action, and then have that recovery. Very, very likely, guys. Remember, we are at the very, very end, potentially, of a massive bearish structure here, and we are about to shift it, okay? So, yeah, I think Dot is going to be hitting $32 approximately in the next coming days, all right? Might take 2 days, might take 6 days, I don't know. But everything's pointing out that, yeah, we should be coming to the top of the wedge here nicely. This is the start of $31 in the next coming days. We might see a little bit of a corrective move and then have the next leg up. So just to keep it simple here on Dot, volume is not great. But yeah, it's Christmas, guys. Weekend's going to be boring, I think. Don't pay too much attention. We might be going slightly to the downside. Okay, usually when there's no, the markets are not open, usually have slightly sideways and bearish action. Normally, okay, you could see some pump action. Let's take a look at Doge here straight away. Guys, remember, if you want to support the channel, if you're interested in trading, you know the deal, okay? You got Bybit and Femex, where they have the best bonuses available. On Bybit, I'm in my long position here from the low 46k levels. If you're interested in trading, you are experienced, I'm getting a small commission. You get the best bonus, guys. Bybit and Femex, I've got the best bonuses right now. Up to $4,100 worth of bonus. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin straight away. You got the links in the description and the pinned comment, guys. Dogecoin looking good. Well, we did. I think the lows here of the summer was, I mean, Dogecoin went all, the 4th of December got a massive hit down to 12 cents. Absolutely crazy. But it looks like we're finding that base here, consolidation at the low 16 levels, 16 cent levels, summer lows. I think Doge will recover. It will be one of those coins that will be start recovering as well from the summer lows. Yeah, I think a bigger bounce for Doge is very, very likely. I mean, not much to add. We did analyze this ascending triangle right there that we did not break the resistance. This turned out bearish. But yeah, I think summer lows, very likely that this level is going to... I'm curious on the VPVR here on Doge. Let's take a look at the VPVR. Well, we got much more volume here at the 5 cent level. Yeah, not much to see on the VPVR here on Doge at this level. Anyway, let's take a look at another coin, ICP. Let's take a look at ICP. ICP got absolutely crushed. ICP got absolutely crushed. Will this one, what will happen to this one? I mean, it's insane how this one has got crushed like that. This one lost the summer lows. We are currently getting resistance from that level right now. If we start getting above this level here, it's going to be looking pretty good. We are basically just at the summer lows, which is about $27, $28. We wicked down below here, and we just continued down. The consolidation to the downside was insane. We saw Bitcoin going slightly to the downside, also Ethereum, but ICP got absolutely crushed. It is just, I have no idea about the team, the project. It came out with it's still got a really large market capitalization. I think it's got about 4 billion or something like that. I'm not too sure right now, actually. A 5 billion, it's got 5 billion market capitalization. Fully diluted is 12 billion. I think there's, and is it a working product? Is it work? I have no idea, no research whatsoever about the team, about the project. but it seems like it's had a bit of too much speculation from the launch, and there's still a little bit of too much speculation. I think the market capitalization and fully diluted is still too high. It's too high for something that is, you know, potentially not still fully working. And this is why you have this dip price action. We might be getting heavily rejected here. We're just testing the lows here, this major support from the summer. It might get a small rejection from this level. I'm not too sure about this one. Very, very bad performer. Hasta la Caster, baby. Hey, Carl from the moon. Caster. Yeah, guys, Caster, you know the deal. We got Carl, you know, talking about Caster on Yahoo Finance. Extremely bullish on Caster. Guys, it's getting launched on Bybit also. Now, that is going to be exciting. You know, by January, it's going to be launched, guys, on Bybit. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a hype, so be careful. We need to be careful. We'll be analyzing the situation for Caster also, because yeah, there will be a lot of volatility, very, very likely. Okay, guys, so you know the deal. You got the best bonus also here. I don't think you can use the bonus to buy Caster. It would be nice though, but no, the bonus is only for trading. Let's take a look at SNX here for one of my members. Bullish on Caster, extremely bullish on Caster. Caster will be insane, that is for sure. Let's take a look at SNX. And yeah, you know the deal, guys. Caster will be launched on Bybit. So, yeah. I think we'll be doing a live on the launch of Caster to see the you know, it will be very volatile. That is for sure. Remember V-launch on Femex. It was crazy. Right, taking a look at SNX here. SNX is just below the summer lows. Just below the summer lows. I think, yeah, a bounce is imminent here, in my opinion. And we should be getting a pretty nice bounce in the next coming weeks, that up to the $8, $10 potentially. And one of the reasons why is because you're just slightly getting below. This is not like a successful big breakout from a major support level, the summer lows. This is just going slightly below the summer lows. And you're just kind of creating, you know, that slightly lower low here. And I think it's very, very likely that you're going to get a bounce, because this is not an aggressive breakout, right? This is just like a stop hunt going below the summer lows, and you are going to get that potential bounce. It would be nice to see like a massive, huge kind of like a massive, huge descending kind of wedge, right? It would be nice. I think it's very, very likely to get that bounce here on SNX in the coming weeks. We will see some recovery. Okay, this is what usually happens when you're just getting slaughtered here. You're getting slaughtered on SNX. You've gone below the lows. You know you had your stop hunt here. People losing hope, and when people are losing hope is when the big players start to gain hope, and that is when you're going to get that potential bounce. It's just how it works. So it's very, very likely to see SNX have some pump action. Caster will pump harder, says Jason. Pump harder than V-launch? Maybe yes. There's a lot of big hype, and it's being talked. You know, where's Carl being on Fox, on Yahoo Finance? Yeah, it is literally millions of people watching. Okay, Fox and Yahoo Finance, and yeah, if you start, you know, talking about crypto and about a really cool project that's coming out, such as Caster, yeah, hype could be much bigger than V-launch. Definitely on the cards. Merry Christmas, guys. This is going to be it for this okay, almost lunchtime here. Christmas lunch today, guys. Make sure to smash up the like button. I will be doing more updates tomorrow, live streams. Don't worry, guys. Just a quick update on Bitcoin. I think it's going to be a little bit boring. A little bit boring in the immediate short term, but yeah, we know the deal. We got the weekly close on Sunday also, and yeah, if it does close like the engulfing candle like the last couple of times, it's going to be looking pretty good. It needs to close above $50,000. We need to close above $50,000 by Sunday. So yeah, exciting couple of days also thanks guys for the insane support. Check out Bitcoinsensus website. We are posting the latest news and technical analysis here. We've got bullish and bearish predictions, okay guys, so you can analyze yourself. Kraken has listed Avalanche, was the latest news 2 days ago. So this is also maybe potentially why Avalanche got a little bit of pumpy action. Guys, check out the links. Follow us on Twitter. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Join the Telegram group, Discord group. All the links are down below, guys. Thank you for the insane support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Merry Christmas.